welcome back to the Wealth Talk podcast. You already know what's going on. It's your brother, the Wolf, with you. You know who I got with me.
Know the vibe, man. It's your boy D-Waugh, the credit guy. Back at it again. We got a good one for y'all today. I ain't gonna lie. It's real good one.
Yes, indeed, family. So I appreciate my brother for coming through, man. I had a long journey when it came to my credit journey. So just been working on my credit plan, working on my credit building skills. Because it's been a while, you know.
You was in the game for a minute, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You was the first one to really put me on to it type thing, how the game really starts off with a bit of basics, you feel me? And no cap, I mean, with credit, bro, it's a type thing where you're always learning more about it. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's never something where you learn all the basics, you learn everything at the front door. Like, nah, you gotta learn every day type thing. Like, I learn more every day about credit.
Right.
So what we doing today, y'all, is we going over Wolf's journey about his specific credit and how it's looking. And we also created a plan for him to get to a point where now his credit's going to be fundable for anything. Either you getting business credit, personal credit, you trying to get a type of loan, either a mortgage, auto loan, etc. We created a plan to get his score and his report to a place where he's able to do that. You feel me? So it's looking good. But first, we gotta do a disclaimer. Obviously, this is not financial advice. We are not licensed financial whatever woo. So do your own research with everything that we're saying. And also, y'all, there's a big disclaimer too. If anybody is telling you that they're doing credit repair and they can get you a score to like 750 or 800 in a month or so or 2 months, they're trying to guarantee it. Stay away from it. That is cap. They is lying because no one can guarantee that they can get your score to anything. No matter what your score is looking like, you feel me? Because credit is a thing that fluctuates crazy. No one can guarantee that. And if they're asking you to pay up front, that's cap too. Because that's actually illegal to pay up front for credit repair. So make sure y'all do your own research on that. But shoot, besides that, let's go over the Wolf plan. You feel me? The Wolf plan. We don't get Buddy Bright type thing.
Let's get into it.
Yes, sir.
Should I give my little backstory about where I came from to where I'm at now, everything I've been through.
Let's talk about it, bro. Let's talk about it.
All right, so about 2019, 2018, that's probably when I got my first credit card. And I actually started off with the secured credit card. So I took the secured credit play. Now, that definitely helped me out because I already had a solid credit report when it just came to having loans and different installment accounts on my profile. But when I got that secured credit card, I think I put like $500 in it. They matched me. And then it was actually $300. I put $300 in there. They matched me, so I had $600 in total. I ended up getting that account up to $4,300.
That was a Discover, right?
Yeah, I was a Discover.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting another one and getting it up to $10,000. So,
wait, secured card?
Oh yeah, secured card.
Wait, bro, you had I didn't know that, bro. Wait, so you got a Discover card, or not a Discover card, a secured card that we don't know of yet. Put money into it, and that graduated to $10K.
Yeah.
That's a crazy data point. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't heard of that yet, bro.
Yeah, I actually wilded out. They gave me another card, and I just ended up really taking over, just with credit plays every single month. I was applying for shit because I'm at the end of the day, as long as it's a soft pull, I'm not really tripping, and we know how to get rid of some of the hard inquiries, soft inquiries. But after a while, it was awesome because I was working, I was having side hustles, so I was able to balance all of my credit and all of my credit cards. It got to a certain point though, I had too many credit cards. I stopped working, and a lot of stuff was just kind of falling apart in a way. But at the same time, I was still able to make my minimum payments, when it came down to it. So I didn't have any late payments, which I thought I did, until he was able to go through my credit report, really, really in detail and look like, hey, bro, your credit report is actually good. You just got to get your utilization down. And, now I'm at a point to where I had so much stuff going on to where I felt like it was just a little bit overwhelming trying to manage so many credit cards. So this plan goes, especially for the people that has credit cards that doesn't know how to manage it right now. It's okay. We don't show you that there's a plan to figure out how to manage every single credit card you may have. I have over 9, I think over 10 credit cards.
Yeah, like me.
So it becomes a lot, y'all. Do not go that route. If you can, put your automatic payments on. Make sure they're connected to like a solid bank account. There's going to be some money in there to pay off those payments when you forget. Because when you get those late payments and you miss the payment and you get those hits in your credit report, it hurts. Especially when you was at 720s, you know what I'm saying, those 700 ranges, and you drop down. So now I'm at a point to where I'm about to climb back up. I still got, so a lot of credit cards. I still have good funding, but I know what I could get to. So we're going to work on this plan. My brother, credit card, been working on his craft for the longest, so he's going to bless me. It's what it's all about. We're just about teaching each other. So I'm excited, and we excited to show y'all what we're about to get into.
Absolutely, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he said something real powerful, bro, that a lot of people tend to let it slip under the rug. And it's just the fact that you don't have to have an obscene amount of credit cards to have a good fundable profile.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. The more accounts you do have that are in good standings, the better your profile is going to look. But it all depends how comfortable you are. So, like Wolf and I, we're madmen. We love utilizing other people's money. We love using that to make more money. So we're going to get credit cards, lines of credit, maybe loans in the future. We don't want to touch loans as right now. You never know. But those are our main two ways of transactions. And that's just how we are because we're comfortable with it. But if you're not comfortable with having those amount of cards, then you don't have to have any. I would say the minimum you would need as far as credit cards is like maybe 2 to 3.
Yeah.
And the rest, you can just have different profiles and accounts that we're going to talk about today. And an installment loan of some sort, like a student loan. 9 times out of 10, you probably have. So you don't have to go all route. We're just crazy people. We try and get some money, so we're going to use other people's money to do it.
It's that.
And the only thing is we have a plan behind it. So make sure you have a plan if you plan on doing that. It's new. But enough for that. Let's get to the source. You feel me? So boom. With Mike's credit building plan, with Mike's profile, like he said, his profile really isn't bad. It's just the utilization that's hurting the most. Now, there was some derogatories on there, but these derogatories can be removed, I'm hoping, because like I said before, y'all, no one can guarantee anything.
Let the people know what the derogatory is.
Absolutely. So a derogatory is pretty much anything that negatively affects your profile, such as a late payment, collection, charge-off, a bankruptcy, anything like those are considered derogatory marks. The one thing that isn't considered derogatory that could negatively affect your profile is hard inquiries, but those are pretty much like hard inquiries are overrated. People cry and stress about them, but they fall off after 2 years and they stop reporting negatively to your report after 12 months. So they're not really the worst things in the world, but those are the main things that are derogatory. So late payments, collections, charge-offs, bankruptcies, repossessions, things like that stay on your profile and other banks can see. You'd be like, okay, now we have to be cautious to this person. So those are derogatory marks, and Wolf only has, or we're going to go over later, he only has, like you see here, a late payment with the firm. I think it was 2 of them, and one of them is really inaccurate, so hopefully we can get that removed. The next one's going to take a little work, but we're going to try our best to do that. But yeah, his profile isn't that bad. It's not that bad. Bro was stressing me out. I ain't gonna lie. The way he was talking, I thought he was going to have like 30 late payments, like 8 charge-offs, all this, that, and the third. But when I was actually looking at his report, I was like, no, bro, you golden.
We perfectionists sometimes.
But let's get into the first step that we talked about, and that was cleaning up his personal information. So what a lot of people kind of discredit with the credit report is your personal information is vital to when it comes to disputing negative accounts. Now, the reason it's vital is because if you're able to update your profile to just have one address, one name, and one phone number, now you're taking away credibility from those derogatory accounts that you have on your profile. So I'll give y'all an example. Let's say I have a collection, and I have a collection at my old address when I was back at school. So 129 Center Road. And let's say I had that address was connected to a collection, but I'm currently not living there anymore. So let's say I update my profile and I tell them, yo, I'm not living there anymore. Please remove this address, and they remove it. Now, with that address being connected to the collection, but it's off my report, I have more ammunition to dispute that account is inaccurate. You feel what I'm trying to say? So, personal information just makes the process of disputing very much easier. Because disputing is hard because these credit agencies, they're smart. They have historical data that you're trying to delete, and that's hard to do. So you want to make sure you put everything as much as you can into your corner, so that way you can hopefully have the most success when it comes to deleting accounts. So the number one thing you want to do is make sure you have one address, one name, and one no phone number for all 3 credit bureaus. And those are Experian, TransUnion, Equifax. You want that across the slate, there's one name, one address. Now,
No, you good. So that just means for everybody out there, say if somebody like living at different addresses, like put one address down.
right.
It don't matter. Does it matter like if you receive mail to that address or what is somebody worrying about that?
So if you are receiving mail at that address, well, it's another thing. We got to remember that these agencies, they're not federally backed. They're not part of the government. They're not with the government. They're private companies, just like a Target, just like a Walmart, just like a Starbucks. So when it comes to things that you're disputing on your report, the burden of proof is always on them. They have to prove that what you're saying is inaccurate, or they have to prove that account is validated. All that is on them. So say you do have an address where you're still receiving mail, but you currently don't live there still, you can still dispute that because you are not living there still. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're putting the address that you're living at right now. You can't have a report with no address, but then it's going to look crazy to that.
Right.
So short answer, yeah, you can still dispute that. It's all about where you currently are.
Mm.
But one thing you may run into is if your account, your address, that address you're trying to delete is attached to a negative account, some bureaus like Experian, they will not allow you to delete it until you contact your creditor to update your address, phone number, name, etc. And that's just easy. So let's say I have a collection, let's say I have a late payment with Discover. And late payment, my Discover card has an old address that I'm not currently at, and I'm trying to dispute that late payment. I'll just call Discover that, listen, I'm not at this location, I'm now at this location. Please update all my stuff. They update it. Now I go dispute it because now that address is not attached to that account. It's no longer on my Discover card. You feel what I'm trying to say? So that's one way to go about it. Cleaning up personal information on the credit report is really the easiest thing. I think it's the easiest step besides our inquiries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1, 2, 3 with that. You feel what I'm saying? You want to make sure everything's a clean slate.
The first step, the easiest one.
Easiest one. It is, bro. That one's 1, 2, 3. Now create the settlement plans. So with Mike, like we talked about utilization and all that, he has some limits that he felt like, if I could get these down a little bit and just pay less on them, it'll put me in a better position.
Right.
So we talked about, okay, let's set up settlement plans with these companies. Now, y'all probably heard of settlement plans from debt consolidation companies or debt settlement companies, things like that will contact you if you're having trouble with credit. The thing is, though, a lot of people don't know is that you can literally do what they're doing yourself by just contacting your creditor.
Mm.
So, in Mike's example, it was Navy Federal and Discover. So, these institutions, they're going to have much more respect and like you for you going to them and saying, listen, man, I'm having some trouble with these payments. Is there any way we can set up a settlement? Rather than you going to the government and filing bankruptcy, and now they're getting way less than what they ever would have in the first place.
Mm.
You feel me? So let's talk about it like this. Let's say, boom, this Wolf and D-Waugh. I go to Wolf. I'm like, yo, Wolf, cover all like $1,000. Wolf, yeah, bro, I got you. Leave $1,000. I'm going to need it back by this date. Right? I don't get that money back to you by that date. And then I go tell my OG, damn OG, I can't pay back Wolf. I don't know what to do. And my OG go, oh, don't worry. I'm going to go talk to Mike. Go talk to you. Yeah, D-Waugh can't pay you back. How you going to feel?
I'm like, why you ain't tell me?
What? Why? He said you to tell me.
Right.
Now you going to be like, man, I ain't never going to do business with D-Waugh. Why? He didn't say his OG to talk to me. He borrowed money. What kind of nonsense going on?
Could have worked out a plan or something.
Worked out a plan. That's exactly how these institutions are thinking as well. So instead of going to these debt consolidation companies or filing bankruptcy, contact your creditor and set up a plan. I promise you, they will much more respect, and your relationship will be much better doing that rather than filing bankruptcy or going through someone else to do it for you. Because a lot of times I'll tell you when someone else does do it for you, they're going to have you do crazy things like have your account go charge off and then they dispute it. When in reality, you could have just talked to the creditor way before it became a charge off, and now you're all good and go. Your payments are way lower than what it was before. So, settlement plans. Let's call up your creditor, let them know what's going on. If you have a high utilization, set up a plan with them. The scary thing is, some creditors, they may close the account depending on the relationship you have with them. So I know for Discover, they're a great bank. So if you set up a settlement plan with them, 9 times out of 10, they won't close the card that you set up a settlement plan for. But there are banks out there that may do that. So it's important to know that before you get into it, once you're having a conversation with the person. But that's the great way to do it. So Wolf and I talked about that. He's now in the process of setting up these plans with Navy Federal Discover. So that way it makes things easier for him. And then for the remaining balances, using the snowball method, which I mean we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just focusing all your efforts towards your lowest balance and then paying the minimum balance on the other accounts that you may have. And then once the lowest balance is paid off, you scale up to the next lowest balance, then the next one, then the next one, all the way until you get to the highest balance. But when you get to the highest, all these other accounts are paid off. Yeah. So that's the snowball method. We talk about all the time. So y'all will see it on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Now, establishing credit building accounts, right? The key. Oh my God, number 3. So Wolf and I had a conversation the other day. He talked about it earlier with secure cards. And secure cards were the key, I would say a few years ago. It was a great way to build a relationship with a bank and get your profile started up. And it still is. But in 2024, there's so many other things, other softwares and apps that you can use to support your credit report that honestly, I don't think secure cards are necessary. Mm. And that's when we talked about these accounts right here. So the first one we started off with was BOOM. Now, what BOOM is, it's pretty much an app that allows you to report your rent to all of the credit bureaus. So that would be Experian, that would be Equifax, that would be TransUnion, and it also reports to a secondary bureau called Innovis. Now, that's fire because now you're actually getting something back for paying your rent. You know what I'm saying? Because the number one thing that makes up your score is payment history. That makes up 35% of your score. So now you're using a bill to report that payment history of your rent to your report, and that's increasing your credit score because now you have more positive payment history. You feel me? So if you're rebuilding, if you're just starting off, BOOM is a great feature. I believe it's about $3 a month to use. But if you want to backdate, so the first time you got an apartment, it's a $25 charge, and then you'll be able to backdate all that information to report all that payment history from 5-6 years ago, the first time you started. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, I like this one, bro. This one is fire. It's because I've been paying rent for a little while now. And to know that I can use this to raise my credit score is a hack.
Bro, it's a hack. Yeah. These accounts are a wow now, bro. That's why secure cards are cool. Right. Definitely. But like with accounts like these, they're really not necessary, because you can just get a few of these and then go get into an institution like Chase, set up a personal account with them, put $200 in there. Exactly. You can walk away with an 8K card in 2 days. Yeah. That's what it's all. So BOOM is a great resource. Y'all look into that. That's what we're doing. And then for the next one is Stellarfi. Now, Stellarfi is maybe crazier, but it's hard to explain. So I'm going to try my best. If I sound crazy, just let me know. So Stellarfi is a company that pays your bills for you. So you see right here, it's just the card for your bill payments. So how Stellarfi works is you set up an account with them. I believe it's like, $10, something like that. It's on the doc I will show you next. But they set up an account with them, and then they give you a checking account. And that checking account, you connect all your bills to. So either it be Netflix, your light bill, gas bill, whatever is coming out of your account, you connect it to that account, so now they're paying for those bills. Fire. Now what Stellarfi does is they report those bills that are being paid to the credit reporting agencies. And then while those bills are being paid, you connect their personal account. So they take the money from your account while they're paying. You feel me? So you're still paying the bills. Just they're paying for you, and then they take the money out of your account. But Stellarfi is reporting that payment to the credit reporting agencies even more. But on top of that, for every bill that you pay, they're reporting a line of credit to the credit reporting agencies. So this is where it gets a little confusing. So say I get the profile of $500, right? $500 account. That's the line of credit I got. And they're using that to pay my bills. Mm-hmm. But with every bill that I pay, that is added to my line of credit. Mm-hmm. So say I have $500. Last month I spent $400 on expenses. That's coming out of that account. Mm-hmm. Now it's $500 plus $400. Now a $900 line of credit is being reported to the credit reporting agency. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And what that does is help you with utilization. Because now if you have, it goes all the way up to 25K. That's what. So imagine you're sitting at, say you have $5,000 available in credit and it's maxed out, right? But you do this, you get all the way up to the 25K, and now that's reporting to your credit report with 0% utilization. So now your 5K total limit went to 30K. And now you have 5K used out of 30K. How much utilization dropped below 10%?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when things like Stellarfi, they're reporting payment history and they're reporting that line of credit. This one is actually a glitch. Like, I ain't gonna lie. You know them GTA cheat codes you play shit at is? You feel me? CJ was jumping and doing crazy stuff with his hands and they got a rocket launcher out of nowhere. That's Stellarfi in real life. You feel me? Like, Stellarfi's for crazy.
That's real, bro. I love that.
Stellarfi.
This one is, so do you have to pay for this one too?
You do have to pay. I forget how much though. It's in the doc. I think it was like what was it? $10. So it's $10 a month for the version that gets you up to 25K in the line of credit.
That's nice.
That was tough.
That's nice to get your utilization down $10 a month, and then you can win at the end.
What? Come on, it's a win-win. You can't beat that. And then for the next one, we got Kovo. So Kovo is very similar to Self, if anyone's heard of Self, but it's a better version because it reports to more bureaus. So what Kovo is pretty much an installment loan of $10 a month that they give you for 24 months, but that is reporting to the credit reporting agency, so all of them. So installment loans are really cool, especially accounts like these, because they thicken up your profile. Right. So say you got 2 credit cards and that's it, no loans or nothing. You use this as an account. Now you have 2 credit cards and an installment loan that's damn near fully paid off, and that's a pretty positive payment history as well to your credit report. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's $10 a month for Kovo, get you an installment loan on there so you get more payment history, and also it thickens up your profile with having an installment loan. And it's for 24 months, which is the perfect range. So you want to do anything less than 24 months. And then, last but not least, the Credit AI card. Oh my God. So the Credit AI card, this is another glitch. This is another GTA San Andreas. You about to get the Ferrari in the beginning of the game just by pressing a few buttons. You feel me? So the Credit AI card, it's a secure card, but it's not. So boom. The Credit AI card. First, all of these are no hard inquiries. There's no hard inquiries for any of these, just to let you all know, so you don't have to worry about that. But with the Credit AI card, how it works is it's a secure card. So you put money on the card. Say you put $1 on there. Mm-hmm. Put $1 on there, you get the Credit AI card. Now, your limit is $1. But what Credit AI does is they report a $1,500 limit to all the credit reporting agencies.
And I'm over here paying $500 for secure credit card.
You feel me, bro? Like, come on. So the Credit AI card is fire because you could really just sit it down somewhere and $1,500 is reporting to your report. You know what I'm saying?
So that means that even though you put $1, $1,500 being reported to the credit, you don't have $1,500 to spend.
No. Right. You have $1 which you put in. Right. Which is really good because it teaches you discipline.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? Right. Just start it off with credit and you get $10,000 off the rip. I don't know, me when I was young, I'm a splash. I'm going to the club, getting bottle section. The guys have a good night. Yes, but with this, you only got $1. You can get you a piece of fried Wendy's. You feel me? But the credit report agencies, you got $1,500. Right. So they're improving your score by that. You feel what I'm saying?
Is that the cap that it reports at, or can it go higher than $1,500?
I believe that is the cap, but it's different data points for everybody. There's some people that say they only reported 1,000. There's some people that say they only reported 500. But the thing is, if you put $1 in and you're getting 500 out of it, are you really losing? Like, come on.
No, you're not losing.
The value is impeccable.
It is.
So, Credit AI card. Feel me? And the last one we had was a Navy Fed pledge loan, because I know Wolf is already in Navy Federal, has built a great relationship with them. This is very similar to Kovo. It's pretty much a secured installment loan for like 24 months or so. And pretty much how it works is you call Navy Fed, you say, yo, I want to set up a pledge loan. You give them, let's say, I think it's the minimum is like $200, $250. And then they put that $250 into a certified deposit account, not a certificate of deposit account, excuse me. And then they know you back that 250 in the first loan. Now, what you do now is in the 24-month basis, you pay that off on a monthly basis. You know what I'm saying? And what this does, the most important thing this does is it really improves your relationship with Navy Federal, but it also is really good for your credit report, just like COVO, reporting more payment history, and now you're thinking of your profile within the small loan. Right. So that was optional for him because honestly, with all of these, I don't think it's necessary. It was really if you really just want to build that relationship even further with Navy Fed. Right. And you've been doing that for a while. So relationship like that.
Never know, man. I might have to see what's up with that.
You never know. I feel that. Pleasure of busting. All right. Now disputing. So, like I said, y'all, credit repair is a very up and down business. There is no guarantee anybody can remove anything. You could be disputing something for a year and it still don't fall off. You know what I'm saying? But how we do it over here and how I was taught and I educated myself was doing factual disputing. So factual disputing is pretty much looking at your credit report, seeing the inaccuracies on an account, and disputing those inaccuracies to get it removed. That's factual disputing by default. So with Wolf's account, he had late payments with a firm. He had a collection with the Omega RMS, which is the collection company. Then he had some hard inquiries. The easiest, the hard inquiries. For the hard inquiries, the ones we're attacking aren't attached to actual accounts. So that's really good. That's number one thing you want to know. If you're attacking hard inquiries, do not do it with accounts. Do not do it with inquiries that are attached to a card. Because if you delete it, you could delete the account as well with your card, and now just make your profile inquiries. So the ones we're attacking aren't attached to anything. And what we can do with that is file an FTC report and dispute that through the CFPB. Now, for those who don't know, the CFPB, that's the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And that's like the big OG of the credit reporting agencies. Mm-hmm. If they doing you dirty, they bullying you, you go to them and they like, yo, cut it out and pay him some bread. You know what I'm saying? That's what the CFPB. They're the government agency of credit. So Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they're not government agencies. The CFPB is. So we do all of the disputing together. Usually people do the letters and sending it to the bureaus and all that. Now we go straight to the CFPB. Because that's, I don't like this.
Cut out the middleman.
Cut out the middleman. You know what I'm saying? So hard inquiries, it's really just filing that FTC report, which you're going to do on identitytheft.gov. And remember, you could do that because the burden of proof is on them. They have to prove everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to prove nothing. So file that out, send it over to the CFPB. I did it myself like a week ago. I got like 4 inquiries.
See?
For me, it's
in a week span?
Week span. Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. All right. I'm working on Equifax too. Mm-hmm. But that's easy. Hard inquiries are really easy, but hard inquiries aren't that important, so it's not really a big flex. Now, the late payments for the firm, how Wolf's account was set up was one account had the full payment history of the account until it went derogatory. I believe it went derogatory in October, but a 30-day late. But the other account, there was no payments recorded. There was just no data for the whole thing. So with late payments, how you want to do is you want to dispute the inaccuracies on the account. So what I'm going to do with that one is I'm going to dispute that. Listen, there's no payment history reported on this account, so how do I even know it's accurate? Right. You know what I'm saying? Is this accurate if there's no payment history reported?
I'm supposed to take y'all word for it?
Right. Come on, you just showed me it's not real.
Right.
But the thing with that is, once you dispute something, anything with the credit bureaus, they have two decisions. They got to update it or delete it. And 9 times out of 10, they're just going to update it. But the thing you want to do is be persistent. They update it. Okay, what else did I see? Oh, this is wrong too. I'll dispute this next. Okay, they updated that. Okay, what's this? It's a long run. If you want to be annoying, you want to be that little kid pulling on mama's leg all day. And then she finally just gives them what they want. You feel what I'm saying? You got to be annoying with these because once they keep going back and forth with you, I've seen it. People just delete it because like, yo, sit down with this guy. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how we're going to attack the late payment is attacking those inaccuracies on there. The little things. Date that is open, date of last activity. If the late payment, the way it's reported is not right, if it's more 30, 60, then 120, we're disputing that. Feel me? All those little things. And then lastly, the collection with Omega RMS. That account, there's multiple ways we can go about it. We can do the same thing with the FTC report and dispute that, because like you said, the burden of proof is on them. And with that account, the way it was paid would be the Wolf's card that was on file. So it makes it even better to use the FTC report.
Right.
And then there's also another way. You can use the refusal to pay. It's pretty much, oh, excuse me. It was pretty much, I tell the company I refuse to pay. And 9 times out of 10, when you do that, what they do is they update their account and say it's in dispute. But you never disputed it. You just said you wasn't going to pay. So you can use that to get it removed because you can send that to the CFPB and be like, yo, I don't know why they did that. So I'm not going to pay. Because that's, you know what I'm saying? But that's 2 ways I have prepared right now to remove that dispute. But the number one thing we did first, make sure to figure out where Omega RMS is licensed. Because if they're not licensed to be a collection company in the state that you're residing in, they can't sue you. So they're only licensed in the state of Missouri, so they're not able to sue you.
Can't touch this. Can't touch this. Yeah, that's not funny. Dang, that's crazy. That's a hack.
Yeah, it's a hack. A lot of these collection companies are scummy, and they'll do a lot of collection companies do mad illegal stuff, but us as consumers just don't know the law,
right?
So they get away with it. But I don't know us.
Dang, and I don't know if we brought it up, but the website that we use to like find all the reporting data.
All the reports and all that?
Yeah.
Okay, we use annualcreditreport.com.
Annualcreditreport.com.
Yes, so with that, it allows you to pull your report every week. It used to be every month, but ever since COVID, it became every week. And they haven't changed it yet. So you'll keep running it up.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? But annualcreditreport.com is a great one.
And a lot of people, they always think they only have one free credit check a year. Remember that old law?
Yeah.
So now, it's different now.
That's out the window now. And there's other ones too. There's Identity IQ. I like it a little better, but there's a other subscription you have to pay. There's also My FICO app that allows you to see your reports as well. There's a lot of different ones. But if you want free, annualcreditreport.com.
Annualcreditreport.com, baby. It's a blessing.
Big blessing.
Man, that's fire, bro. This credit report is, it's critical.
Yeah, y'all. But it all starts with step one. It's just cleaning the slate and understanding that thing is it's a long run. You're not going to get your credit to 800 a month.
Yep.
This is going to take time because that's how anything good takes its time.
Yep.
You feel me? So, yeah, all you have to plan, execute that.
That's it, bro. Just got to execute. I got to make my calls. It's really better for all of y'all if you really sit down and write out a plan. Like, that's the easiest way. It takes off all of the stress. When I said I was stressing, that's why he thought my credit report was so bad, because I just kept getting alerts that my credit score was dropping. I'm just like, what is going on? And it was just so many cards I just didn't want to deal with anymore. And it becomes overwhelming. But at the same as that time, if you sit down, you take at least one day, maybe a week, just go through it certain types of days of the week and see what you can attack one thing at a time. I swear to God, you are going to feel so much better about life. You're going to feel so much better about your future. You're going to have hope. Like, I think that's the most important thing. Without hope, you ain't going to do nothing. So thank God that he sat down with me, took out the time to get my report right, because now I have hope. At first, I was low-key hopeless. I'm like, I'm just going to wait till bad come in, and I'm going to just have to drop 10 rats on my report,
Type thing.
So I was going to take the easy route out, and I'm glad I didn't. I'm super excited about this, and now I could learn a trait that I could use forever.
Exactly. But it's crazy too, bro, because even if you were to go that route and say, I'm just going to let it rock, it's still not over, because the derogatories fall off your report after 7 years.
Yeah,
depending on the state you live in with the statute of limitations.
It's true.
So, y'all, it's never over with credit. Especially at our age, it is never over. Like, you can always come back, even if you do absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And if you have a lot of derogatories, don't even stress too much about derogatories if utilization is crazy. I guarantee you, utilization is what's killing your report. You know what I'm saying? Because I can see people who got maybe 3% utilization, but they got 5 late payments, but they still under 700. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So if you don't do anything, if you don't want to dispute, you don't want to go through all that or talk to anybody like us about it, that's fine. But at least set up a settlement plan with those high balances that you may have.
Yeah.
Nowadays, 5K, 10K, 20K, set up something.
These banks understand y'all human. Like,
they do.
Make a call.
Make a call. And if you do lose that relationship with them due to that, hey, at least you're not paying $10,000 in interest every month. Yeah. And you could always rebuild that relationship again. Talking about what we do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Bank accounts, security cards.
That's real talk, bro.
Yeah, y'all. That's a credit game. At least with Wolf. Everybody's report is different. Everybody's thing is different. Don't take what we're doing with Wolf and then try to apply it to yours because your report could be different.
Yeah.
So do your own research on everything. If you want to get in contact with myself or Wolf about how we can analyze your report, we have us on Instagram. Get into it, email us. We have our Google Voice. You can send us a text. Get in contact with us. We can do it for you. You know what I'm saying? But don't go doing what we're doing with Wolf because we're going to go for something.
No, absolutely. Everybody's situation is different. You know, don't listen to the advice that y'all getting out there, especially when somebody's not sitting down with you in detail, looking at your report. So, like you said, reach out to us, hit us up on Instagram, TikTok, whatever y'all want to do. We here for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We work for the people, man. That's why we here. So, whatever we can help, y'all let us know what y'all think in the comments about this video. Yeah, bro, this is fire, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm gassed.
I'm nerded out. This shit gets me juiced.
What? I can't wait, man. When y'all see me in that new cyber truck, yeah. Just know your boy had that 800 now.
That 800. He got that good interest rate. It's like at 2, maybe 1.5.
Oh, me. Nah. You already, man. Hey, we appreciate y'all for tapping in.
Yes, sir.
Wealth Talk Podcast. It's the Wolf.
D-Waugh, Credit God.
Already. We out of here, man.